Hi, my name is Adi. In this video, I'll show you how I use my old joystick controller to control Codex, code with it, and even talk to it. The interface that is needed to connect my controller to Codex was also 100% written by Codex itself. I'm just going to show you some examples of how I use this on my everyday workflow. Hopefully you're able to see my screen. Basically, I spend most of my time in Codex, and I live in TUI, the terminal user interfaces, and there are a bunch of actions that I'm doing repeatedly in the day. So what we have done is kind of taken that and mapped that to this controller. And when I click buttons, it's going to do those. Maybe let me just put the camera like this so you're able to see. So when I click these buttons, you will see some live actions on the screen. One of the things that I like to do when I'm in Ghosting Codex is that I like to have multiple parallel screens. So when I click that, it's going to split the vertical tab, as you see. Or when I click that, it's going to split it horizontally. I typically tend to have multiple tabs like this so that I can have multiple agents running. And then I can click this to cycle through those tabs. So that button, I hope you see the active icon that is moving. I also typically tend to have multiple tabs itself. So when I click that, it's going to open up a new tab and boot up Codex immediately there. And yeah, I can start doing things. And this is my favorite feature. So if I hold this, it will dictate and paste it there. And this is natively supported in Codex. I don't need any extra app for this. For example, let me show you now. If I hold this, hey, can you draw some funny ASCII art for me, please? So what happened there is when I holded this, it kind of dictated, pasted it, and then when I pressed X, it's an enter. Again, did something funny there. But anyway, so I can then keep opening new tabs like this, and I can also cycle through those new tabs using this button on the left. And yeah, if I want to switch model, I can just click that, and it's going to bring up the model thing, and I can change the model. Let's say I switch to Spark now, and I can again, hey, can you hear me? Yeah, can you say something? Just dictated it and then enter, and it's going to work. And as it's working, I can cycle through the tabs. What else? Yeah, if I don't like this tab is doing nothing, so I can just close it with the ghosty, and I can, or when I'm done with it, I can do it. There are a bunch of other stuff that I've kind of mapped these buttons because, yeah, I end up doing the same things repeatedly in Codex, and I don't type anymore. I typically dictate. I had some custom open source software set up, but now it's natively there within Codex. So I can just do all directly interfacing this with Codex and it just all works. Yeah, like I said, the context was this was an old Stadia controller that was I don't know if you know, Stadia was discontinued by Google and it was just collecting dust. And it's been a while since I did build anything for fun outside work. So I just started hacking one night. 100% of the code was written by Codex in Swift. I don't know how to write Swift. But anyway, it wrote that and it all surprisingly worked well. I've just used this for 2 days, but my experience is just nicer. I think I would still, I mean, there are some limitations, especially on how I switch between workspaces, but I'm using this now for 70%. For example, yesterday I used it 70% of the time when I was coding. But yeah, it's pretty cool. If you have old joysticks, you can just ask Codex to write the interface while I'm at it. Yeah, I've kind of open sourced what I wrote. It's simply a controller bridge. It's simply a client that kind of maps actions to Ghosty. The cool part is it doesn't work only for Codex or Ghosty. You can map different mappings for based on which app is on the front. So if you're using other apps often, you could also define your own mappings. I've not started doing it, but it is my intention to do it. There is no fancy GUI or anything. It's just a simple client because anyway, agent is the one that is going to do this. Yeah, the mappings are all here. It's just simply maps the buttons here to some keyboard buttons based on which app is open in the front. Yeah, the code base is linked. Whether you're watching this, you should find this in the description. Yeah, just for fun, I thought I would just share it. Hope that helps.